Hello everyone, we're doing some respiratory anatomy and physiology today. As requested, we're going live today, and then we're going live a little bit later tonight as well. We have had some respiratory system questions requested, so that's what we're going to do today. How's everyone doing this morning? Hello, hello, welcome. Welcome, guys. We're going to do some respiratory system anatomy and physiology questions. I'm doing really well. I'm just trying out this new, sorry, I don't know if my camera can put it in here, but the new Strawberry Sunrise Alani energy drink, and honestly, this flavor is gas. It is so good. I think it's easily my favorite one right now. I couldn't find it anywhere. I found it at Aldi's yesterday. Excuse me. Hello, welcome into the live, everybody. We are going to go through some respiratory anatomy and physiology. I'm going to try it, never heard of it. Yeah, it's really good. I'm a big energy drink guy. I would argue that I am too much of an energy drink guy. Welcome to the live. Thanks for following and thanks for liking the live. I really appreciate you guys. I will start here in just a second. We're just going to get we just started it, so I'm just going to get some people in here first before we get going. But how's everyone doing today? I hope you all are doing well. Welcome. Thanks for liking, guys. Definitely helps get this out to more people, so we can help out more people for anatomy and physiology. At the end of the day, that's all we're trying to do here, is just to help explain things and hopefully make this just a lot easier. But thanks for joining on what is today anyway? It is Wednesday, right? Or is it Thursday? Today's Thursday. Thursday morning. I forget what day of the week it is sometimes. It's not good. That's a bad habit. Thanks for following. I appreciate you. This is perfect. I have a quiz next week. Fantastic. Is it just on the respiratory system? Thanks for sharing the live. Thanks for liking the live, everybody, and thanks for joining. I appreciate you guys. Yes, it's perfect then. Yeah, it starts off, we're starting out with some easier questions, and then we will work towards have some harder questions towards the end. So hopefully we can get those going. Do I make these or find them somewhere? I make these myself. I like making practice questions. That's what I always did whenever I was in anatomy and physiology. They're great practice. Normally I kind of just go through it. That's how I study, really. Like whenever I'm reading through notes and such, I pretty much always try to word things into questions. So I have I don't even know how many questions I have just kind of lying around that I've made. Probably way more than anyone would ever want to answer. But I'll give it a couple more, another minute or so before we start on the actual problems here. How's everybody doing today? But if you're just joining here, our energy drink for the day is the Alani Strawberry Sunrise, if you're into energy drinks. I need some help. What do you need help with, Kristen? Alrighty, but we'll go ahead and get started now. So number 1, what structure is the primary site of gas exchange in the lungs? I'll give you guys a couple seconds to answer that question. What's the best way to study for a lecture? Lecture is physiology based, so practice like explaining things out loud, like go through your notes, things like that. Alright. The answer is C. We're good on that one. I saw some people putting B, but that is not at the primary site. I took my midterm from A&P2 on Monday and pathophysiology on Wednesday. Do not help with the test. Oh my goodness. That's a rough week. Alright, moving on to number 2. I'm starting my exams on Monday. Good luck. What muscle is the primary driver of inhalation? Or number 2. Number 2B. Correct, the diaphragm. Alright, moving on to number 3. Which part of the respiratory system contains the vocal cords? Give you guys a couple seconds to answer that one. The answer is B, the larynx. The answer is B, the larynx. Good job, guys. Moving on to number 4 here. What is the function of the epiglottis? Number 4 here. What is the function of the epiglottis? Give you guys a couple seconds to answer that one. On number 5 now, if you're just joining along. If you're just joining, welcome to the live. Thanks for joining here. We're doing some anatomy and physiology, specifically on the respiratory system. Give you guys a couple more seconds to answer. The answer is B, trachea. Moving on. Alright, we're on number 6 now. Which of the following structures is part of the lower respiratory tract? Is it upper and lower respiratory tract? See, lungs, good. Good. Alrighty, what gas do we exhale in high amounts as a waste product of cellular respiration? You guys a couple seconds to answer that one. Yes, the answer is C. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Number 8. Which membrane directly covers the lungs? You guys a couple seconds to answer that. What membrane directly covers the lungs? C. Let's go. Awesome, good. Ooh, I'll circle that a little better. Number 9. Which part of the brain controls the basic rhythm of breathing? Which part of the brain controls the basic rhythm of breathing? Give you guys a couple more seconds to answer. Couple seconds. Number 9. So, which part of the brain controls the basic rhythm of breathing? Not breathing. Oh God. Breathing. It's the medulla oblongata. B. Were you good on that one, or do we need to talk about that at all? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, obligated to breathe. That's a good thing. The copy of if you want a copy of this, it'll be on my Instagram. It's the same as my username. That's actually a really good way to put it. I have actually never heard someone put it that way. I'm going to put that in there. That's actually really good. I've never heard of that. Excuse me. Sorry, still waking up a little bit, so. Our cats got me up super early today. Alright, yeah, we can explain this. Alright, so the cerebellum. So, the cerebellum is involved in, like, motor coordination. This one, yeah. In balance. The hypothalamus is more so for... It can influence breathing, like, during stress and stuff. So the hypothalamus, as someone asked about hormones, it's called the master regulator. It regulates what hormones are being released. While the pituitary is the master gland. Which, if you haven't gone over endocrine physiology yet, this is... you should definitely know this. And the thalamus is, like, the primary, like, sensory / motor control signal area. So it does not have to do with breathing. Alrighty, guys, let's move on to number 10 here. What is the primary function of the cilia lining the respiratory tract? Give you guys a couple seconds to answer that one there. Also, if we end up getting through these questions pretty quickly, I'm just getting together some of my other ones that are more application-based if time permits. Number 10. We're on number 10 now. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to answer that one. But number 10, let's do green. Transporting mucus and trapped particles. Were we confused on that one? I didn't see many people answering that one, so I just want to make sure we were good on that one. Cilia is, if you go back to just chapter 3, cilia's main function is movement. So this is to move mucus and trapped particles. Are we good? Are we good to move on? I just want to make sure we're all set here before we go. I don't want anyone to be confused. I don't want anybody to be confused. Yes, okay, moving on. Number 11, which type of epithelium lines most of the respiratory tract? Should be a question that you know from chapter 4. Chapter 4. Give you guys a couple seconds to answer. When will I go live for review again? I'm actually going to go live later tonight again. At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I'm going to go live again tomorrow morning, probably. I'll probably figure that time out late. I'll probably announce that time like later tonight. I'll give you guys a couple more seconds here. A little stuck. Alright, so, I need help understanding neuromuscular. Yeah, we can go over that later today. Or maybe if we have time. here. Are you going to be around for the 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time one? I can do it then. But the answer is C, and I'll go over this one and why these are wrong. So this is normally in like the bladder. This lets things expand. You could argue that you'd think it would be just because this is what is expanding, but it's really in the bladder. Stratified squamous is in respiratory areas exposed to like friction, which is like the vocal cords. Simple squamous is found in the alveoli, which is where like gas exchange occurs. So this is where like, again, this is for where the diffusion occurs. But the thing is, this is most of the respiratory tract. So obviously the alveoli are very small. So for stratified ciliated columnar, if you think about it here, like cilia are like, they're what move mucus and trap particles, but you want a lot of area where you're moving mucus around and moving trap particles so you don't like so you're able to breathe. It gets like dust and stuff out of there. But this is like primarily in like the nasal cavity, the trachea, and large bronchi. So I can see where you could probably get simple squamous in this one, but it didn't really ask in the lungs, it asked the whole respiratory system. Like, remember that the respiratory system is more than just the lungs, so that's something that you have to keep in mind when you go through questions. Is more than just the lungs. Alrighty. 7 p.m. Hey Karen, how you doing? Was that good? Did that explain that pretty well? Was that good? Am I able to move on? Yes, wonderful. Fantastic. Moving on to number 12. During inhalation, which of the following occurs? And then for Addie, I'm actually going to write down your thing just to make sure I have some material prepared for you for the live later. So if I'm not talking, it's just because I'm writing down in my notes to put that in the... Neuromuscular junctions plus action potential in muscles. Alrighty. Did anyone want to try answer number 12 real quick? And I had some people asking to do respiratory systems. That's why we're doing this one today. So for number 12, during inhalation, which of the following occurs? So during inhalation, its answer choice B. The volume of the thoracic cavity increases. I keep doing the wrong one. So definitely still waking up. Do we want an explanation on that one? What do we think on that one, guys? I'd be more than happy to go over that one. All right, so these are the key events of inhalation. The first thing is the diaphragm contracts. Number 2, the external. So I'm just going to put EXT for external. Intercostal contract. 3, the lung volume increases. And 4, intrapulmonary pressure decreases. So this is the step where the volume of the thoracic cavity is increasing. So why this answer makes it right is whenever you expand the thoracic cavity, this is where lung expands, so volume is increased. This one's false because during inhalation, this is it contracts. The pressure inside the lung increases. As we mentioned, it goes down. And the external intermuscular muscles relax. That is also false. They contract. So that's why the other ones are wrong. So those are the steps of inhalation. Are we all good on that one now? That help? Hopefully. Oh, I need to move it over some. Yeah, we're just going over some easier and then we're working up to some little harder questions later on. Gotta get everyone's brain warmed up, you know? Alrighty. Number 13, which lung has 3 lobes? Number 13, which lung has 3 lobes? Oh, you guys, a couple more seconds to answer. Alright, number 13 is the right... Oop, not red. I keep doing that. The right lung. Yes, left lung has to make room for the heart. That is correct. Boiled cucumber. I actually put cucumbers on my sandwich this morning. They're very good. I love fresh cucumbers. I've never tried boiling one, though. Alright, moving on to number 14 here. What substance prevents alveoli from collapsing by reducing the surface tension? Awesome, awesome, awesome. It is B, surfactant. Moving on to number 15. How is most oxygen transported in the blood? Give you guys a couple seconds to answer. How is most oxygen transported in the blood? I can't see. Sorry about that. Does that help? Alrighty, the answer is B, bound to hemoglobin. Alrighty, moving on. Number 16. Which of the following is an obstructive lung disease? So that should be a pretty easy one. It's pretty much in the name. C. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. Thanks for following. I really appreciate you. And thanks for joining, guys. Number 17. Which gas has the strongest influence on breathing rate under normal conditions? Asthma is also obstructive, yes. I'll put that in here just so people know. Plus asthma. Give you guys a couple more seconds to answer. Again, we're on number 17. Or sorry, yeah, 17. But the answer is B. It is carbon dioxide. I saw... How often do I go live? I'm trying to go live every day. I will be live again later on today at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be live tomorrow. I'm not sure what time yet. It's going to be earlier in the day, though. But I will be live again later tonight and tomorrow at some point, either morning to like early afternoonish. Alrighty. Alright, well, yeah, we can go over an explanation on this one. Let me take a drink of my energy drink. So typically, let's see, that's in black. The body regulates respiration based on CO2 levels. That's because that CO2 can, even like a small amount of difference, can change the pH of blood. So when CO2 dissolves, so let's put dissolves in blood, it becomes carbonic acid, which I believe, if I remember, it's H2CO3. And then that dissociates into, obviously, the bicarbonate ions. Yeah, okay. HCO3 negative, and then H plus. So more carbon dioxide would create a lower pH, less would create a higher pH. So oxygen is, well, low oxygen can increase breathing rate, but the body is it's a lot less sensitive to oxygen. Oxygen is more important like high altitudes or like lung disease, where they're dropped significantly. But even so, this one is small amounts. I'm sorry, large amounts change, and then this one is small amounts can change. But nitrogen is, this is biologically inert in respiratory physiology. Even though that nitrogen makes up 78% of air, it does not regulate breathing. And then this is just a trace gas. Does that answer, does that explain everything well for people? Yeah. I got you, Jesus. Sorry about that. I'm bad at picking my nails. Alright, was that good on the explanation before I move on? Did that help explain why that one is carbon dioxide? Thanks for following, Jesus. I appreciate you. Jesus loves us. Sorry about my cuticle. Yeah, I have pretty bad habits with that. I will admit. Are we all good? Give you guys a couple more seconds before I move on. Alright, I'll move on. What is the term for the maximum amount of air a person can exhale after a maximal inhalation? What is the term for the maximum amount of air a person can exhale after maximal inhalation? Give you guys a couple more seconds to answer that question. If you're just on the live, welcome. We're doing some anatomy and physiology practice questions. More so we're focused on respiratory physiology today. I will be back again later live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll probably go over a couple different Anatomy 2 topics and such. Alrighty. Number 18 is C, vital capacity. Ooh, I keep doing that. Try to keep green as correct. Alrighty. Number 19, which of the following conditions is caused by long-term exposure to irritants like cigarette smoke, leading to the destruction of alveolar walls? Thanks for following. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you guys being here this morning. Baby. Emphysema. Good job, guys. Awesome. What happens to blood pH if a person hypoventilates? Hypo is breathing too slowly. Breathing too slowly. Yes, the answer is B. It decreases, causing acidosis. Alrighty. Number 21. Which of the following conditions leads to a right shift? So a right shift in the oxygen hemoglobin dissociation curve, meaning hemoglobin releases more oxygen. Give you guys a couple seconds on that. Thanks for following, guys, and thanks for joining. I really appreciate you guys. It's a lovely Thursday morning. Alrighty. Answer is B, increased carbon dioxide levels. Moving on to number 22. Which respiratory volume cannot be measured directly using spirometry? Give you guys a couple seconds to answer that one. So which respiratory volume cannot be measured directly using spirometry? The answer is B, residual volume. Oh my god, is this Anatomy 2? Yeah, it is Anatomy 2. Duria, if that's how you say your name. Hopefully that's how you say your name. If not, you can definitely correct me. Were we good on that one? Did we need an explanation for that one? Or no? Oh, you kept your promise. Yes, I did. I did keep my promise. All this, if you missed earlier stuff, it'll be on my Instagram right afterwards. I'm also gonna start. I'm working on getting these uploaded. We still use all this in medical school for the pre-meds in chat. Yeah, it's the first 21, it would be increased carbon dioxide levels because the carbon dioxide levels influence pH. Can I move the screen a little? Yeah, which way do we need the screen moved? Yeah, I have my palm exam tomorrow. Oh, great. That helps. But moving on here, number 23. What is the function of type 2 alveolar cells? I need this for dental, I guess. To the left. Good luck on all your exams, guys. Oh. Can't see the left. Yeah, I figured I figured moving it to the left wasn't going to work. I was curious. Alright, how's that? I can try to zoom out a little bit too. Alright, I'll give you guys a couple seconds. What is the main function of type 2 alveolar cells? Yeah, sometimes I zoom in to like write stuff, and then I forget to zoom it out. So that's definitely my mistake. So the answer here is to produce surfactant. Let's see some B's there. Did we need an explanation on that one, or were we good? But in that case, I definitely will move on to number 24. In which condition does air enter the pleural cavity, potentially causing lung collapse? Awesome. You guys are quick on that one. Good job. Thorax. Jeez, hold on. Alright, number 25. Which of the following would occur in a patient experience metabolic acidosis? Which of the following would occur in a patient experience metabolic acidosis? Give you guys a couple seconds here. So the answer is A, hyperventilation. Hyperventilation. Alrighty. Alright, good job, guys. Moving on. Move on to number 20. I'll leave that one up there just in case. Yes, respiratory and metabolic acidosis are not the same. That is a good thing. I'll put that in here. Thank you for that. For people who chose B, yes. Alrighty, moving on to number 26. What structure carries deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lungs? Should be a pretty easy question. Should be something you know from the cardiology unit. The answer here is C, pulmonary arteries. Remember, arteries are away from the heart. And veins are back to the heart. Let's just say toward heart. So artery would be from heart to lung, and then vein would be back to the heart. So pulmonary vein is back to the heart. Alrighty, number 27. What is the chloride shift in red blood cells? What is the chloride shift in red blood cells? You guys a couple more seconds to answer that one. You guys a couple seconds. I don't know. Yeah, this one's a tough one here. But the answer is A. The movement of chloride into red blood cells when bicarbonate exits. What were we thinking on that one? Did we want a explanation on that one? I know sometimes some people don't necessarily have to know the chloride shift in their class. I put some in there just because some people have told me they've seen questions like this. Daydream energy here. Hey, were you live with Bones on Tuesday at 10 a.m.? Yes, I was live with Bones at 10 a.m. Yes, okay, I can do the explanation. But yeah, I was alive. But yeah, let's go over this one real quick. So essentially here, this is a process that maintains the neutrality on red blood cells. So, as you know, CO2 diffuses into red blood cells from tissues. So, when it's diffusing into red blood cells, chloride ions have to move into red blood cells to replace the bicarbonate ions, which is known as the chloride shift. Does that pretty much answer the question? Chloride has to replace bicarbonate. Is it the right, yeah, HCO3 negative. Thanks for following, guys. Really appreciate you. I'm used to too, and I went to your profile and said you weren't live for me, so I left TikTok. Interesting. Oh, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I was live for... on Tuesday. No, I was live yesterday, I think, at 10 o'clock. For Bones. Yeah, it was yesterday. Sorry, not Tuesday. I was on Tuesday at like 7 p.m., I think. Yeah, 7 p.m. I think I actually did both morning and I gotta look at it. I don't really remember. But moving on. We'll move on. Which part of the respiratory system has the highest resistance to airflow? But I will be on. Oops, sorry, I bumped my thing. I always do that. I will be live streaming later tonight at 7 p.m. again, Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for following. I'll give you guys a couple more seconds to answer. Give you guys a couple more seconds. Round number 28. Which part of the respiratory system has the highest resistance to airflow? So the answer here is C, terminal bronchioles. So according to this law, resistance is inversely proportional to the fourth power of the release. So airway is determined by the diameter and the total cross-sectional area. So trachea has a large diameter. And primary bronchioles are slightly smaller than the trachea. And then alveoli have a large cross-sectional area. Although they are small in diameter, even. Yeah, if you were to decrease the diameter, there's an increase in resistance. Yes. It does not occur. The reason, so it has to do with diameter and total cross-sectional area. So while the alveoli have the small diameter, they have a very large total cross-sectional area for diffusion. I'm taking notes on good notes. But yes, I am taking note. Did that help? I saw some people getting that wrong. Yeah, I'll be posting these on Instagram. Combined cross-sectional area of the bronchioles is larger. The terminal bronchioles have the smallest conducting airways. The primary bronchi have pretty large airways that often branch into the left and right lungs. It does have a very high velocity there too. That's all I really know. Is there still an issue for number 28? Terminal bronchioles just have such a smaller radius than primary bronchi. So I'm not really sure. But I'll move on to number 29. Which condition is characterized by fluid accumulation in the alveoli, making gas exchange difficult? So number 29 is B, pulmonary edema. Number 30, during exercise, how does the body primarily increase oxygen delivery to muscles? For this one. Give you guys a couple more seconds to answer this. Zoo? What the heck? Zoom out, please. Okay, gotcha. Alright, so the answer here is A. Increasing tidal volume. So these questions will be posted on my Instagram afterwards. It is medzig.ollie. I do have some application questions, but I have run out of time. Thanks for following, guys. I really appreciate it. Were there any questions that you guys had for me before I go here that I can answer? These will be posted to my Instagram right afterwards. Thanks, this really helped. My exam on the 20th, good luck. Yeah, I do have to get going here, but I can try to do some more respiratory questions at a later date. So tidal volume is it's the amount of air inhaled / exhaled in a single normal breath. During normal breathing. Or resting, I mean. Did I answer the question? Followed you on IG. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. It'll be posted here afterwards. Any other questions before I head off here? Sorry this live's a little shorter. I definitely just have to go. But I'll be back later tonight. At 7 p.m. I'll put it on here. 7 p.m. EST. Thanks for the lesson. I'll give you a follow on IG. Thank you. Yeah. I'm also going to start posting these to YouTube as well, so you can go back and watch them. That'll probably take place today. I have a couple, I started saving them. I just have to upload them. Would you guys be interested in, like, rewatching these? I'll pretty much label them, like, we went over these questions, so-and-so. Or, like, I don't know, it'd be titled, like anatomy and respiratory practice questions from the live stream or something like that. For YouTube, just go to my TikTok profile and it's linked there, and that's what it'll be. Some point today, I have some things I need to obviously get to, because it is during the week. But whenever I have some free time today, I'm gonna start uploading them there, so you'll find them there. But is everyone okay? It'll probably end up being in a vertical. I'm going to try to figure out how to maybe format it a little better, but is the vertical format going to be a problem for people watching it on YouTube at all? I know you can kind of like flip the screen around and such, but I just want to make sure. Or if anyone knows if there's a better way to orient it, I can do that. Do you think the vertical thing would make it an issue? Because these get recorded vertically. I was trying to think about that. I wasn't sure. Well, if you're just joining, we can't find you on YouTube. It should be. It's not the same as my TikTok name. I think it's just my actual name, which is it's hard to spell. So it might be. Yeah, I guess I'll upload one and see what I'll get some feedback from you guys. Just go to my TikTok profile. It's linked there. There's a link to it there. YouTube, Pamela, have a great day. But yeah, YouTube will be, it's under just my like name as well. Oop. Let me know if you have trouble finding that real quick. Thank you for the heart snap. I really appreciate you. Have an awesome day. Thanks for the question. You have an awesome day as well. Yeah, thanks for answering the questions and thanks for participating. Alrighty, but if there are any more questions before I head off here, we good? I just wanted to thank you guys again for joining. I really appreciate you guys a lot. Got it? Awesome. Sweet. Thank you. But yeah, I'll get those up on there today, and everything. So, and I'll probably figure out another way to maybe we'll see. I'll get your guys' feedback from it too, and see what you guys think. So, I definitely would. I am happy to hear feedback on the live streams and everything, especially when they get uploaded to YouTube. Trying to figure out a better way to make them a little easier to watch and such. So. But if that's it, you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys again tonight if you want to join. We'll go over some cardiovascular stuff tonight. And then I will, if you guys have anything that you want to see on the live stream, just send me an email of what you'd like to see on it. But if that's all, you guys have a great rest of your day.